Yes, you're welcome on the show. This is the Nova Talk Show. And I'm glad to inform you that we are premiering this show today. And I have the main man, Lwanga. I can't talk about this guy and finish it. It is too much of him that I can tell you. Ainama Injamanja. He is starting from being one of the top media personalities. He has so many awards in that field. Yappy Clothing's ambassador, brand ambassador.
So true.
CEO, host, Purple Party.
Yeah.
Oh my God, too much of this guy. And I'm very glad and excited that he's going to premiere his show, this show. Like you have been following the Nova Talk on social media, this is an online show. That is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that this show is meant to empower the youth, to inspire the youth, to motivate the youth, to encourage the discouraged ones, and to equip the youth with what they need to be successful in life. That is the primary objective of this show. So I call upon all the youth, wherever you are, as long as you know you're the youth. I called you the future. We are the future of this nation. So you will go to all our social media platforms and hashtag the future. That is our hashtag, the future. And today we have Lwanga. Like I told you, he will tell you more about him, and we would love to share his story. You see, most of the youth, most of us look at these people who have gotten somewhere, who have made it in life, who are successful, or who are at the top of their games. And we actually think that they fell down from heaven. We actually think that they were just born lucky, maybe, not knowing that actually they suffered, they toiled, they hustled to get to where they are. So on this show, I will be bringing you so many people, influential people, people who are successful, people who are at the top of their games, to share their stories, to tell us where they have come from. And without wasting a lot of time, ladies and gentlemen, the future, remember, let's all welcome Lwanga on the show. You're welcome, brother.
Thank you. How are you doing, Nova?
I'm okay.
Everything nice?
Everything cool.
All right, nice.
Everything Chris?
Whichever way you want to put it.
Yeah.
But of course, glad to actually be the first on this show. I love new concepts, and I'm always a person who loves to give people chances. So I believe there is a long journey on this show. Let's just give it time, yeah? It's gonna grow, and of course I know it's gonna impact on so many lives of youth out there.
And I'm really humbled that on your busy schedule, you actually decided to give me some time to actually talk to the youth. So say hello to your fans and the youth out there, the future.
All right, cool. How are you doing, everybody? My name is Douglas. The introductions have already been done, but of course, in case you did not know, in case you missed out on the memo, I'm a TV personality, I'm a digital influencer, I'm a CEO of Brand Purple Uganda Limited. That's the company that does and hosts the Purple Party. I am a graphics animator. I am so many things in one, yeah? But in brief, that's about it.
Wow, that's a lot of things. So that means one pack at one. I asked you if I could do this, do music, do the other, then you told me no, focus on one. Because you're doing all these things. Because
you're seeing me at the end of the journey. Yeah? When you're at the start of the journey, it's not good for you to do so many things at the same time. Yeah. My journey didn't start with all these things. The Purple Party is 7 years. I've been a host on TV for about 10 plus years. I've been a digital influencer for about 3 to 4 years. You understand? So everything comes in due course.
I understand. I understand. So Douglas, I heard you talk of digital influencer. Who is a digital influencer?
A digital influencer is a person that uses their brand as an individual to push other brands. For example, Nova pays Douglas for Douglas to push Nova using Lwanga's platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram.
Social media.
Yes. And this is the new age where we're going to. So many of the youth, I think, it's just about going on Instagram, posting a picture, going on Facebook, posting a picture. They do not know you can actually earn a lot of money off these platforms. Yeah, because there are so many companies willing to push brands using individuals.
Okay.
And that's where we're heading.
Yeah. This is kind of a business. I'm seeing some kind of a business.
Yeah.
Like how much following would one need for them to start getting sponsors and maybe
people
to market their business?
It's not really about following. If you're a person who does a lot of research on social media, you'll see that you could get a person that has probably millions of followers. You know, up there, the number of followers, excuse me, the number of followers that are on top of their pages could be millions. But when you get down and that person probably puts up a post, they will get probably 1 to 3 comments. Why is it like that? It goes into something they call engagement. Now, engagement is the ability of the person that owns that page to get the followers' attention and also engage them in the different posts that they have actually put up. So that's what makes the difference on social media. That's why some people can actually be digital influencers and some people are not. And it's not about you having so many numbers, but it's about you to have the ability to push.
To attract.
Yes, that when Nova says, today is, let's say there is a concert at Cricket Oval, Nova has spoken, and people will come down and say yes, since
Nova spoke.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So for you to have that, it takes time. It takes time.
Okay, we understand that. Douglas, personally, I've followed you like since back then at Record TV, and so many followers. Record, NTV, now NBS, but we only know Douglas on air.
Yeah.
We only know Douglas in the media.
Yeah.
We don't actually know the other side of Douglas. Who is Douglas Lwanga off media?
Off media, I am. I told you about the graphics animation. Yeah. I told you about the graphics animation. Now that's actually my first love. I joined television not because I was a good host on screen. I started like Nova started, yeah. Humble beginnings, very few people believing in you, but again you keep, doing what you have to do constantly until you perfect it. So way back I started as a cameraman, recording presenters. There was a program called Daybreaker. I was the official cameraman, so I learned how to operate cameras, and then I learned how to edit. Yeah, I know how to edit, put pictures together, visuals is what I'm talking about, and of course mainly the graphics. The graphics is what introduced me to the entertainment business, because then, even up to date, yeah, I started to interact with artists that had concerts, and I used to do their television commercials when they have a launch and things like that, and that gave me connections, to these artists. So by the time I went on TV, I actually knew almost everyone in the industry. Yeah, but I didn't start as a TV host. I started as a cameraman, video editor, and a graphics animator.
Okay, so that is Douglas outside the media. Okay, that is cool. Now, Douglas, when we get back to the primary objective of this show,
yes,
the push that pushed me to start this, it was to have some impact to the youth,
okay,
to transform the lives of the youth. And my vision is to actually see the entire world getting a positive, youthful generation,
okay,
through this show. So I would like, so many youth look at you people. I'll talk of so many people who are top of their games,
yeah,
different fields. You look at the president, you look at people like Sudhir, you look at people like Bobby Wine, you look at people like Bebe Kun in the music industry, and so many other fields. And people don't know their story. They just think that this person actually came yesterday and became big,
Yeah.
So I would love you to take us through your story. Actually, when you started the media thing, when you started out of school,
Yeah.
how has it been like? What has your journey been like?
Okay. My journey is, I just hinted about it earlier on, but I always interact with, especially people that are at the university, and I tell them, things don't come on a silver plate. Most of these people think that, when you're done with your university degree, you have your transcript at Makerere University or Nkumba or whichever university, that gives you a one-way ticket to get a job and start earning money. And life is not like that. So when I left university at Makerere University, there was a notice, there was a job opportunity pinned on the notice board at the university. And that was an opportunity for a university graduate to operate a camera in a small production house that was doing weddings, introductions, and things like that. And I had my transcript ready, and I was like, should I give this a shot? Because my first attention was, let me go to the established, TV stations to look for a job. But then I was like, no, let me first go down in this small production house and learn how to operate this equipment. Because I knew that's the knowledge that the TV stations are looking for you to be able to operate this equipment that's in the television industry. So I went there for a whole 1 year, and I was actually paid about 100,000 per month. 100,000 per month. If you deduct rent, your transport, it's actually
nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But I focused on the bigger picture, which was the knowledge. Yeah, the knowledge. So when I left that production house for 1 year, they had opened up Record TV. That's when I applied as a cameraman. And then in there, backdoor, talking to presenters, graduating to become a producer, I went on growing slowly by slowly. So one day, there was a change in management. The bosses, because the Record TV was a global brand, so they keep changing their managers like every after I think 3-4 years. So they brought in a new boss, and the boss in a staff meeting did ask everyone else to talk about things that would get the company moving. And just like any other person, I stood up and I spoke about things to make the company go forward. And after my speech, he told me, I need to see you in my office. Sounds like, that maybe what I spoke had issues. Yeah, so I went to his office, and then after he's like, I've seen you, the way you talk, you're very eloquent. And it's like, I was like, I didn't know that about myself. So he's like, I want you to be on screen as a presenter. And I was like, no, that's not my vision, because me, I've loved graphics, like from way back, I've loved graphics. So he's like, no, give it a shot one time. If it doesn't work out the first time, you can leave it. So I went on air the following week. I did it one take, and the reviews after, they were positive. Like, you see, I told you. So give it a shot. I want you to come up with a show that you want. And he asked me, what's your first love? I told him, I love music. He's like, okay, cool. Create a show that's, music related. And we came up with that show that was running on Record TV, Monday to Friday. And it grew until I left Record, went to NTV, still the same story, created the concept that people loved, moved away. Now I'm on MBS. So it's a long journey, but I'm trying to...
Yeah, of course, because of time.
Yeah, because, I know we don't have here, the whole day, so I just squeeze it for you. But in brief, that's that. But the summary that I want to leave everybody is the journey that never starts from the top. Start from the bottom. Yeah, start from the bottom.
Yeah, so Douglas, in the middle of this journey, did you actually get to a point where you felt like, no, I can't go on. This is too much. I think I'm failing. Where you felt very low and you're like, I think I made the wrong choice. Do you ever feel like that?
No. You can never feel like that. Okay, you can, but the beauty about doing what you love is actually bigger than the challenges. If you love what you do, me from way back, even to do mass communication, it was because I loved music. And I didn't want to. By the way, it's funny. I went to campus to do that particular course, not really because I wanted to be on TV as a TV presenter, but I wanted a course which could give me the freedom to dress the way I want, without having to put on a tie. Those conventional jobs.
You have that fashion sense.
Yeah. So you can dress your t-shirts and then earn your salary. Because most jobs is about a collar, tie, and then of course, But it was a very stupid reason. That's why I chose actually mass communication.
But a stupid reason turning actually.
And then later on, because that's what I wanted, I was like, oh cool, let me pursue this. But taking you back to what you actually did ask, there are those days that you wake up. This industry is full of that's why it's called mass communication. Right now, the people that are watching you, everybody has their different minds and opinions. Now, that's what mass communication is about. Somebody may like what you speak, somebody may not like how you dress, somebody may not like your hair, another person may like your eyes, and those are all people you're communicating to. So for you, you need to just understand that it's a mass communication. It's a mass communication. Some of these things, sometimes somebody says something and I swear you feel so down. And it's so sad, again, I am in media, but again, even media can you wake up to a story in the tabloid about yourself and you get shocked. And there are millions of people that are believing this story. Yeah? And you have one voice.
And actually, we have known Ugandan media for being negative.
Exactly.
That's one thing.
Exactly. So there are people that are strong that can come out of that. There are others that, you write about this person, you wake up and you feel so down. Sometimes you wish, I wish I wasn't a public figure, when nobody was minding. Yeah, so, but life goes on.
Yeah. Then Douglas, I actually have to credit you for one thing.
Yeah.
You're this person who has elevated to where you are, not because of negativity.
No.
You have always been positive. To the entertainment industry.
So
you have always wanted to see it grow. That is one thing I have liked about it.
It's passion.
And on the other hand,
yeah.
so many people, so many media personalities here have become famous because of being negative. I don't even know why Ugandan media likes beef.
No, it's not. It's not Ugandan media.
No, Douglas, it's like this. We are here.
Yeah.
But the next day, you'll be shocked to see a story
saying
we have beef. Maybe I abused you.
Yeah.
Maybe I was,
Yeah.
And then you will see Bobby Wine post something, and instead of talking about Bobby Wine, we'll see someone talk about Bebe Cool.
So true. It's the way the industry has been shaped. There's a proverb, I don't know if it's a saying, that dog eats man is not news. Man eats dog is news. Something that is ordinary and positive doesn't make news. People want controversy. People want, in Luganda, but they say Bagalevio, yeah? That's what actually sells fast. So most people that are in media think that's the shortcut. It's actually a good shortcut, but you need to be able to sustain.
Yeah, they actually don't sustain it.
Yeah, because it's difficult. You can't build enemies like every day, and you're building a career that's gonna last a lifetime. So sometimes it's better to build friends and friends and friends and friends than to build enemies and enemies and enemies. Yeah.
Then Douglas, I think lastly, because of time, I would love us to talk this issue of skill. According to your story, I'm seeing skill taking you higher than actually the paper.
Yes.
According to the story, you might have only presented your transcripts at the beginning.
I never did.
You never did?
No.
So,
because the job was, they want a cameraman.
So my concern is, Douglas, we have to believe it. Our education system models us for papers. I mean, for seeking employment. Now, there's a youth out there who has a transcript. Maybe they have done computer science. Maybe they have done this other course. But when you put them on a computer, they cannot even open it.
So true.
So what do you think should be done? What do you think should the youth do?
Okay.
Someone is out of campus. Should they maybe not go to the campus and maybe just look for the skill? Because everywhere you go to actually apply, they will ask, do you have experience? I'll give you a personal example. I have dropped proposals for this show in different TV stations, and they were asking, have you done this before? Do you have but I knew I could,
Yeah,
you know, but
yeah.
I had to prove this. You understand?
Yeah.
So what do you tell the youth out there? They have papers, they have transcripts, but they don't have the skill.
Before you go to the youth, because that doesn't solve the problem, yeah? The problem is deeper than the youth. That these are innocent youth. Yeah? They wake up, they know the dream is to go to the university and study and become somebody in life. That's what we were taught from zero. It goes to the authorities. I spent 3 years doing mass communication, but I came out of that university, I didn't know how to operate a camera, as simple as a camera. And yet mass communication, you are supposed to be able to operate this kind of equipment, edit videos, do graphics, even present. First of all, I couldn't present, I couldn't handle the equipment on a TV station, and I had done this course. So the university and the authorities, they need to recheck, some of these things. They need to recheck some of these things. Kids need to be able to study and actually acquire these skills that they need for, because it's a lot of money. Parents sell cows, they sell land to have kids in university. For what? To come out with just a paper. You understand? So that is the biggest sad story. Then let's go to the youth. When you leave that university, don't think you've arrived. Don't think that you've actually conquered the world. Just take off that graduation gown and the hat and put your transcript aside. First of all, figure out. I did this course. Example, mass communication. I did this course. Okay, where should I start from? I have my papers, but where should I start from? Learn how to do those things practically. Okay, if you can't do any of those things, at least apply as a receptionist. I've actually seen people that came from the reception to presenters in a TV station.
Really?
Yes. I won't mention names, but they're number.
How is that connected? Reception and TV presenter?
It's for you to position yourself. There are so many jobs in this country, companies that are not advertised. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So most people actually wait for a newspaper to open and see which jobs are, listed. But there are so many jobs that are not advertised. So if, let's say, you studied mass comm, but you entered that company as a receptionist, after some time when there's probably an opening, and you ever presented your papers, you've probably been in that company for 4 or 5 years. You know the boss, you know everyone in there. And you told them, by the way, I did mass comm. Who will take up the job? Is it Nova who has applied fresh from the university, or this one that has been in the company?
So of course, one with experience.
It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So take off that glory of yours, that you've achieved a degree and all that stuff. Enter as humble as possible in that dream job that you actually want. The problem with most of them, you want to leave the university and straight away you become the host of the next show on a big TV station. That is not going to happen. It's not.
Start small.
You have to start small. You have to find a way of entering that company, probably through the window, the ventilation, or under the door. But very few people will actually come through the main door. The main door I'm talking about is you presenting your paper and then they say, yes, you come on board. There are very few. Could be actually 1%. Most of the people, they start from zero.
Okay, Douglas, thank you so much. I hope as we wrap this up, your last words to the viewers.
Okay. My last words will be dream more, strive to be more, do more, don't settle for less. Never settle for less. That's all.
Okay. Thank you so much, Papa. Thank you for coming.
Take care of yourself.
And everyone watching this show, it is Nova Talk Show. Go to our social media platforms everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I hope I will share with you this video so you can also share with
Cool.
this video.
Cool.
Yeah. So go and like and follow those pages. I will actually be hosting so many people from different fields. My target is Uganda's future, Africa's future, and the world's future. And we are the future. I mean the youth. There is a saying that a forest without young trees is not a forest. So is a nation without the youth. So I hope from his story you have actually picked something that will help you out there. Catch you next time, same show. It's Nova. You could call me Nova MC, the host of this show. Please go on and like our pages. If you want jackets like this, you will need to also go down to our social media platforms. That is Nova Talk. I'll be giving you more information. Please share these videos to the last person